Right, folks, I did a live the other night and I was getting messages of people wanting me to do newspaper reviews, and I've had a lot of messages, people asking me to do newspaper reviews. Well, Elliot's sitting there thinking, what's the fat bastard going to say now? Well, what I'm going to do, folks, I'm not going to do anything that's... I will go through the newspapers because I do like going through them. But I won't do anything political or current affairs-ish, you know what I mean? It's a bit like... Sorry, folks, I've just had a big swig of Stan Miguel. It's a bit like, you know, at the end of the news when they go, and finally, and they show you some kind of weird thing where some bloke's made a Dalek out of an old dustbin or something and all that, and it's took him like 80 years to make and something like that, and he's 85 or whatever. Doctor may be going for 80 years, but you get the gist. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go through the newspaper but find the funny bits. I'll do the problem page as well, and then I'll also do a little bit on the football, if there is any football, as there's no football at the moment, is there? So what I'm going to do, I've got the Star. I'm just going to whiz through Saturdays. Right. Robbie Williams here, he says he wasn't drunk when he encountered a UFO. Robbie, were you drunk or were you not drunk? Were you stoned out your head or not? There's quite a few people who say they've actually seen UFOs and had encounters with aliens. So, you never know with Robbie. He's that kind of, he's got that magnetic appeal. So the old aliens might be flying by and they might be hearing angels and think, right, we'll Google that, see who did it, and we'll go and visit him, Robbie, and see what he's like. You never know. You just never know, do you? I would hate to think, or that we are the only things in the universe. There has got to be other things out there. I mean, have you seen Star Trek? There's got to be other things out there. With these universal translator things, so we all can understand what we're saying. Right, so I'm just going to whiz through this, get through all this stuff that's happening in the world. Oh, we've got Ant and Dec. Look, they were going to do a show yesterday without any audience. Yeah, I can't understand this Ant and Dec thing because they were going to fly everybody to America, weren't they? The biggest audience flown to America. What happened to the pollution thing? Why fly them all the way to America when you can just have them in your own studio? It ain't. I just can't understand it. I think it's just a bit excessive. You know what I mean? It's a bit excessive to have them, going out to America just to do a show. But there you go. I suppose it's nice for some people. Sean Walsh, he's been on the YouTuber Jack Mate's Happy Hour podcast. I'm waiting for that. Me and June like to watch them on the telly. I have got a phone and a tablet, but me and June like to watch them. For some reason, I like to watch podcasts. When I was on Jack Mate, I liked watching it. It was good to see what things go off like. But yeah, so Sean Walsh has been on there. He was on the Strictly thing, weren't he? After he split up with his missus or his girlfriend, because he was had a kiss with Katrina Jones. After he was caught snogging his married Strictly partner Katrina Jones. He got a lot of abuse. I don't think it's rightfully so that people on Twitter and stuff go and just abuse somebody. They don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And most of these people who do this trolling have probably done things just as bad, if not worse. It really would be good that, okay, you're allowed to do that as long as you've not done anything like that yourself. And, he who casts the first stone, or he who throws an egg, or whatever it is, that kind of thing. Right, so, moving on. Being quick. Because I want to do Saturdays and I want to do Sundays as well. Jerry Horner, she was a Spice Girl, weren't she? Union Jack frock, she said it was originally deemed racist. You can't wear that, somebody said. It's National Front. Well, it's Union Jack. It's Union Jack. It's Union Jack. It's your flag of your nation kind of thing. And I doubt if Jerry Horner was racist. He just looked fucking good in it. I like Jerry. Yeah. In India, we have had some pissed up elephants. They went on a drunken rampage in a tea plantation, and there they are, a couple of elephants sleeping it off. Bit like me in June. That looks. A couple who split were shocked to be matched on Tinder 18 months later after moving to Australia. Tina Saru, 32, and Harrison Kingshot, what a name, 28, are now expecting a baby after a 1 in a million love match led to a reunion. They separated in 2016. They each moved to Oz, just living two streets apart without realising it. Well, surely they must have spoke about wanting to leave the UK and move to Australia, or did they? Unbelievable. Right, some bloke here, severely disabled Andy Walker has travelled 250 miles across Kenya in a motorised quad bike he steered with his chin. And there he is, look. Well done, mate. Fucking fair play to you, youth. It's amazing now, some people, they just, you know, I mean, obviously he's in a state of, I'm trying to think of the fucking word and I can't. Anyway, he's paralysed. But he's still getting on with it. He's still doing what he can. He's fucking brilliant. Some able-bodied people can't be arsed to get off their arse. Well, I mean, he can't get off his arse, but he's doing what he's doing. And fucking fair play to you, Andy Walker. Fair play to you, mate. At the end of the grueling journey, Andy from Lancashire felt as though he had done 5 rounds with Tyson Fury. Fucking fair play, mate. If I've got a hat on, I'll take it off to you. A former escort who tried to smuggle £1 million of crystal meth into the UK inside Mexican wrestling dolls has been jailed. Paolo Morish, 42, organised 4 deliveries from Mexico, but was rumbled when 7.4 of the drug was found inside 430 dolls. Is the 430 Mexican wrestling dolls? I know these like Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio and Alberto Del Rio, Psychosis, either one, weren't it? Well, but you're not going to sell 30 dolls in Mexico. Unbelievable. There's a hippo here, and he likes drinking tea from a pint bottle. He should have gone out on the piss with them fucking elephants then, shouldn't he? He'd have been absolutely loving that. Brilliant. A tree surgeon had taken cannabis and cocaine, greedy, before felling a 100-foot horse chestnut which killed him, an inquest heard. Kieran Parkinson, 26, was convinced it was going to fall the other way after pruning it in the garden of a house near Pontefract, West Yorks, and said a colleague who was with him at the time. An inquest at Wakefield Coroner's Court heard that suffered injuries to his head and chest and was pronounced dead at the scene. I should think he fucking were. And if he weren't, he'd have had a heart attack with taking cocaine and that. Mr. Parkinson had cannabis and cocaine. Cannabis and cocaine. What did I say? Did I say heroin? For some reason I got heroin in my head. A jury said death was accidental. Right, folks. I don't know whether it's in that one. There is. There's a thing out on Netflix. No, I'm going to do it and then I'll tell you to do it. I'll do that again. Oh, Friday Night Dinner's back out on Friday. Well, let's look. Got this lovely big pussy cat in a tray asleep. Look, no worries in the world. All he's got to worry about is being shot in the head by some fucking knob who used to think it's great to shoot an animal with a high velocity rifle because they can. And just let the damn thing lie. Let sleeping cats lie. Right, you can get the Star delivered for free now for 3 months, I reckon. Right, I'll just do the quick problem page, shall we? See, I'm halfway through this one, so hopefully I can be halfway through the Sun, day one. I don't like sex. I don't like sex, and only bother sleeping with my girlfriend to keep her quiet. I hate being naked with another person, female or male, and find intercourse messy and unnecessary. All of that huffing and puffing is quite ridiculous. I pretend to enjoy myself, but fake my orgasm. How the hell can you fake your orgasm? You can't fake your orgasm, surely, can you, if you're a man? You've got some kind of fluids that appear. You've wiped on the curtains. She insists on sex twice a week and I have to grit my teeth and take a swig of vodka to go through it. She's begged me to be more imaginative, enthusiastic and in the moment. But I find it a minor miracle I make her smile at all. It's not fair on keeping... Yeah, I'm going to say, Jane, it's not fair on keeping your girlfriend. If you don't want it, go and be a fucking monk. You know, just sod off. Just leave her alone. Because she's obviously hoping to have kids and be a happy life with you. And you're obviously not happy. So, knock it on the head. Jog on. Go and find somebody who does want to get her. My husband admittedly slept with my chief bridesmaid the night before our 2016 wedding. While I was with my parents, they were romping in our bed. They weren't even drunk. Oh, drunk could have made it okay then. Yeah, fucking great. And he never touched alcohol, and she was on antibiotics. Apparently, he was in our flat on his own when she popped round with a card. She fucking popped round, all right, didn't she? Fucking popped round, popped him out. One thing led to another, and they ended up having great sex all night, all fucking night. They even managed a quickie on the morning, hours before we said I do. And he said thank you. But now he needs me to forgive him. How can I when everything is based on a lie? Yeah, I think the thing is though, isn't it now, it's always going to be there, isn't it, in your mind. It's the fact that he did it, you know, the fact that he did it at all, but the fact he did it on the day of the big day says it all really. I think you just want to fucking kick him out, take it all, say I'm having the house, the cars, the dog, I'm having the DVDs. And do you have DVDs? We ain't got DVDs. We have got some DVDs, but we haven't got a DVD player. Well, we have, it's in the loft, but we don't use a DVD. You just get everything on Netflix and Amazon and Sky and whatever else you've got, don't you? You don't need it. So yeah, I think you should just basically take him to the cleaners, tell everybody what a complete wanker he is, and get rid of your mate and all. Or have a threesome. That might weigh it up. Have a threesome. Or you go shag his mate. You go shag the best man. And then see how it goes. And then you can say, I forgive you, but I've shagged your best man. I've rode your best man's fucking love sausage. I don't know. Is that making it worse? I think it might make it worse. Who cares? The fucking relationship's disaster. It's not a fucking downer all the while. Straight away. Well, you've done well to last 4 years, really, haven't you? Or 3.5 or whatever it is. Right. There's not a lot in the paper, there's not a lot in the football. Football's just shite at the moment. So, I'm going to move on to the Sunday one. Right, Corrie legend, Ken Morley, he nearly died from this thing that's going around, but survived. He's still here to say that I loved old Reg Oldsworth in Corrie. I think that's about the last time I watched. I think Reg was the reason why I actually did watch Corrie at the time, because he was just so funny. That waterbed thing with Sherry Hewson, fucking brilliant TV. Right. A man has been jailed after he claimed to have been a resident of Grenfell Tower to defraud a London council of nearly £32,000. What the fuck is going on with this? Sheffic Brimmer, 50, of no fixed address. Well, like his house is burnt down, isn't it? Fucking lying bastard. Was sentenced to 5 years. Well, he's got somewhere to live now, isn't it? For 5 years. He's all right there. He's got a fucking roof over his head. And probably Bert, 28 stone Bert, who farts and wanks off in the night. 5 years following his conviction to fraud by false representation of Ilsworth Crown Court, Scotland Yard said yesterday. He said the Royal Brother of Kensington and Chelsea that he lived in the flower with 2 residents who died in the fire, but he had been in prison before, during and after the blaze. Thick as shit. What a fucking lowlife. It just amazes me how some people can fucking breathe. Right, Patrick Patrick Stewart, he's terrified about reliving his childhood. He is, if he is ever to write his autobiography, 79 he is. Love him in Star Trek. Absolutely love him. Think he's brilliant. Make it so. Engage. Warp 7. Engage. Shields up. Red alert. Here we go. Know it all. And when he were a Borg, when he got caught by the Borg, and they did him, didn't they? And they did all that to his hand, and then like at the end of the show, he had a bit of a fit. He had a bit of a, didn't he? But then again, I suppose being turned into a robot kind of thing, Borg. God, imagine if the Borg did turn up, if they were real, and they just fucking turned up a big massive cube in the sky. Right, yeah, anyway, so he's worried about going on about his memoirs because his violent father might, his father was violent towards his mother when growing up. I'll just leave it then, mate. It's not as though you need the money, is it? And you're 79, fuck me, how much longer are you going to live? Mark Lawrenson, he's in talks to sign up for Strictly. Bosses want him to be on the show. They reckon that's how he might look. For the visually impaired, I'm holding a photo up of Mark Lawrenson's head on a young man's toned body. I think it's him out of Emmerdale, I'm not sure. Yeah. Let's buy all this stuff that's happening in the world. Ryland, my mother is a bigger star than me. I tell you what, Ryland, you might be right, because his mother looks quite fit, don't she? Looks a bit of a MILF. How old is she? Don't say her age. Linda. Her name's Linda. She looks quite fit, doesn't she? Looks quite steady. So yeah, she might be. He's good, that Ryland, isn't he? I'm not. I can't say I like him. I can't say I dislike him. But he's doing well for himself. And fair play to him. He's. I bet he never ever thought this would be happening to him. 2012, he was in X Factor, and he's still going strong, the old lad. So fair play to you. Kenny Rogers, he's dead. He died at the age of 81. Dolly Parton's heartbroken. She's a piece. My heart is broken, and a big old chunk. Is that how she speaks? A big old chunk has gone with him today. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I wasn't really a country fan, but Islands in the Sea, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? That kind of thing, weren't it? Yeah. Yeah, so that's a sad thing, but I suppose you've all got to die one day, haven't we? No, this woman makes me absolutely howl with laughter. Babs at work loves her. Gemma Collins. Towie star Gemma Collins say pigeons only poo on people because they don't have toilets. The reality star, I wouldn't really call her a star, and I don't think she's in the real world. 39 says they don't have the luxury of going to a cubicle, so how can we blame them? Personally, I love pigeons. I think you can relate to a pigeon because you've got probably a bit of a bird brain, my girl. Yeah, I mean, what the fucking hell is she on about? She on about lizard people the other day, weren't she? What the fuck is she on? I don't know what she's on, but I think I want some. The Repair Shop. Do you watch The Repair Shop, folks? The Repair Shop on BBC One. I think it was on BBC Two. They've actually moved it to BBC One Wednesday night at 8 p.m. It's where this show where people can take old stuff, knackered stuff that's got some sentimental value, but it's like fucked. It's fucked, you know what I mean? And they take it to this thing called The Repair Shop. Jay Blades. Bloody hell. Joan! Did you know Jay Blades is 50? Why has he? I fucking never put Jay Blades down as 50. Fucking nowhere near. I'd have never put him down as 50.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
Unbelievable. Well, I'm just telling the good people out here about The Repair Shop, how people take stuff that's basically fucked and beyond repair, and they take it to these people, which is quite a sad thing, really, because these people who do this have got a real talent, isn't they, June?
They are.
And this talent is probably dying away. You know, there's one bloke, he does all the clocks and all this stuff, and his sister does all the patchwork, leather work and all that. Can I have a bit of butter on it, please? It's alright, you're not in it. And It's really, really good. So, people, give it a go. Channel BBC One, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Give it a go. Set your remote up. Put it on the planner. Put it on the fucking planner. Lardy Killer, Rose West, has lost 3 stone by doing Mr. Motivator. Motivator workout videos. The Monster, fucking monster. One of Britain's most prolific murderers. Oh, was she the one that was the murderer, or was she like pushed along by Fred? Was she the one, or?
I think she.
Oh, I sound like Robbie Williams then. She's the one.
Sorry, the butter's a bit hard.
Butter's a bit hard. No worries. June's been cooking cakes. Yeah, West 66, who was warned she could die. Well, what the fucking hell's a doctor doing? A warning she could die. He said, here, fucking get it down your face, you fat fucking murderer. Fuck's sake. That's like when that bloke, who was it? Somebody told Hitler, I read this somewhere, somebody told Hitler to stop smoking or you'll die. What he should have said was get Super King down you. Here, have Super King. They'll fucking make you better. Just think of all the bloody...
How's your cake?
It's nice. All the hassle and all the murders and all the bloody stuff that Hitler did, that doctor should have kept his gob shut. Unbelievable. I've got no spit on my finger, folks. Right. Can you see the sniper? In camouflage.
Okay.
He's here, look. There's his head. There's his gun. There's his knee. He's not that well hidden if a fat bastard like me. I've seen that without my glasses on. This made me smile. Michael Watson, walking. Fucking brilliant. I can remember watching that fight when Chris Eubank battered him, absolutely battered him. And I was shouting, get up, I was in the lodge. I was shouting, get up, get up, get up. And then like, you get home and you see on teletext, because obviously there weren't no things like Sly News and that. Teletext, he got took to hospital with a brain hemorrhage and thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, and I'm shouting in the pub, get up. But it's really good to see. Great to see that. The roads where motorists are likely to be fined have been revealed. Almost 500 drivers a week are hit with penalties on Route 2 South London. Streets in Oldham, Doncaster and Slough are also hotspots. I don't know what to think about these bloody parking fines, because obviously they're there for a reason. Sometimes you get people, you get people who park outside the co-op on the zigzags. There's a fucking car park round the back. If you're just there and turn, there's a fucking car park. Why have you got to park on the zigzags? It's absolutely unbelievable. It happens all over the place. They just don't give a fuck. I went in the co-op one night and there was a car park there and it was dark and it was like that. And I was pointing at the bloke. He was in a big fucking Audi 4x4, typical clitoris. And I says, car park here, mate. Car park up here. Anyway. He went, like, I'm going to car park, go for a car park, mate. Won't go. Anyway, so I went, fucking wanker. And I walked in the pub, in the co-op, and next thing is all these, he were holding all the road up. Anyway, I walked back to the van, and he was there, and I went, I was just going, wanker. Right, get a crack on with this. There's this thing called how do you make Waterloo dull? IT vanished it with Belgravia. They keep trying to make these, they're really trying to reproduce these fucking Downton Abbey thing. It ain't going to happen. There's only one Downton Abbey. One fucking Downton Abbey. You can have as many costume dramas as you like set in the same period or around that period. It ain't going to fucking work, ITV. Just make something decent for once in your fucking lives. Right, is it Britain's youngest double killers? Kim Edwards and Lucas Markham. Now then, that's him who killed his mum and his dad, and then they were like 14-year-olds. ended up having sex while the bodies were over there, not over there, but in their vicinity, and eating pizzas and watching. What the fuck? And the best thing is, these are only in they serve a minimum sentenced to a minimum of 17 years behind bars. They could be out soon. Mad. Mike Tyson, he hates the part of his personality that made him a winner. He's just basically an evil sod, isn't he? I like Mike Tyson. I don't know about his rape charge though. I'm not. I don't know if that was like, you know. I mean, if he did it, then he deserves all he gets. But there's just this thing where you see women and men, and it's, you know, it's been in the newspapers before where, you know, blokes have been charged and then they've not been. You know, who's that bloke who did Blue Peter? Leslie, what's his name? He got charged, didn't he, and found not guilty, and he basically ruined his career and all that kind of thing. It's, you know, I don't know. Alright, you got them bastards there. Some bloke is a millionaire. Tycoon, he's Paul Naden, he's 50, he's ditching all the holidays and the cars and stuff. He's going to go and save rhinos and stuff from being horned, dehorned or whatever they call them. Fair play to the bloke. Well done. Alright, we've got about 4 minutes left. Alright, this is all bloody bird spotting and travel. Nobody's fucking travelling at the moment. That's a waste of fucking time, isn't it? Hey June. Oh, there's a van. What's this van? LEVC, China's, oh, it's a fucking, look at that. That ain't a fucking van, is it? Who's designed that? It's got no fucking, oh, there's no problem page. There's no problem page. So, that's knackered that. I'll just have a quick glimpse of the back pages then. Top clubs won't spend, there were no spending of money in the transfer window this year. Harry Kane, he will be staying at the club until at least 2021. Fair play. I think if I had the chance to sell Harry Kane, I would sell him and buy some other players, because I just don't know. I just don't think he's that, you know. Top clubs are worried about foreign players travelling to their home countries in case they struggle to get back in the UK. This is the old Lurgy. Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea among the number of clubs who could scale back their transfer window spending in the wake of the outbreak. Top officials of some major clubs campaigning on that 45. English clubs believe they could be a public backlash at spending what may view as obscene amounts of new players when the transfer window opens eventually. That could scupper United's pursuit of £120 million rated Borussia Dortmund England winger Jordan Sancho. I don't know. When all said and done, I think after this is finished, we have all got to get back to living as normal as possible as soon as possible. Ain't that right, June?
Absolutely.
It's no good. If Leicester went out and spent £50 million on a player who we need, I personally would have no problem with that. We can't just keep, you know what I mean? Because we can't. We just got to get on with it. Look at how that Stan Miguel's gassy. We just got to get on with it. And if that means Man United have got to spend £120 million because the rewards will still be there for the Champions League and winning the league and finishing in different places of the league. I mean, you can't tell me that if Newcastle or Birmingham had a chance, Norwich had a chance to sign somebody that could save them, they wouldn't do it. We've got to get, after this is done, get back to as normal as soon as possible. Well, I hope you liked this. I will be doing more. If you want more of these, and finally newspaper reviews, I will do them. If you don't, I won't. It's just, you know, with this what's happening at the moment, I'm running out of things to do, say and review. But that's it. June's coming in. June's going out. All right, folks. Laters.